Hello, everybody. Come on in.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
Welcome, welcome.
I'm Pamela Pick. This is my husband, Bill Pick. Oh, right. I had the volume on. I went over to the computer. I just want to see if I've gone live here. So come on in. Say hello when you get here. Give us some love.
Haven't gone live yet on my phone.
Okay, let's see. So we'll see. Is anyone coming in? There's France.
Yeah,
there's
hi
Kathy.
France, Beth Ann,
Anna. Hi, Beth Ann.
Kathy.
Woohoo! Thank you for sharing. Hi, Lori. So, wonder if Nick's gonna make it or if she fell asleep.
I'm gonna tag her.
Oh. We'll see. Hi, Karen. So, come on in. I just want to start off. Hi, Jean. Hi, Kristen. I just want to start off with a quick update on Isabelle. I've been getting a lot of questions about it, kind of almost too many to keep up with. So there's a lot more of you guys asking than there are of the two of us. But she's doing really good. We were very hopeful when we got her in. We knew something was wrong. It was on a Friday afternoon with her eye, and we got her in. It was an ulceration, probably. I had clipped her nails that afternoon. She must have scratched it or rubbed that cornea. What?
The day before.
Yeah, the day before. Well, on Thursday. And then Friday, she woke up and she wouldn't open her eye, and she was wincing at everything. Anyway, we got her in. They said that we got it early enough instead of waiting over the weekend, which I'm really glad. And that they started on some therapies to build the cornea. Is that what it was?
That's something like that.
Yeah, it's working. So she gets a drop in there. She has to take some serious pain meds. They said it was one of the more painful things. And she's responding really well. If it wasn't going to be that way, we'd have to look at what options if the eye needed to come out. But she's responding really well. She has some cream that has to go in, but she's responding well. So, and for being 13, 14, we brought her bed in here tonight, but she
decided to go out there and be in the living room.
Yeah, she apparently doesn't want to work tonight.
No working.
So, anyway.
I'm laid up.
Let's just see what we got here. Ugh, I need to go through and clean this. I got way too many. This is about my newsletter. If you don't know, I do send out a newsletter when there's specials that are going on within the company. I'm going to be talking about them now. You can sign up here on Facebook, or you can sign up through my blog. The Altogether bundle. This is an early release that they came out, and it is available through May 2nd. However, the paper is, I believe, while supplies last. Yeah, the Here Together. Oh wait, is this one not? Yeah, it's an early release collection. So the bundle will be going over to the new catalog, which is awesome, I think, as far as the Together set and the dies. So there's that. Plus then there is natural skin tones that have come out, but some of you will be seeing a little surprise otter that I did in a package that will be showing up at your door, and you will see the how I use them as different tones for the otter that was on Celebration. So but I think, is the paper sticking around? I know one of my Stampin' sisters has got to be on here. I think the paper is just while supplies last. Have you seen this one, Bill?
Yeah.
So Beyond the Horizon, this is our monthly subscription service.
Yeah,
and
you get 2 of them.
Yes, you get 2 stamp sets. Now, this is exclusive stamp sets that they have, but they're throwing in an extra one, and I think this is a little clue. I could be wrong. I don't know, but it's to go with the On the Horizon bundle, which I do have. I just haven't had a chance to use it yet. And it gives you 9 cards and 9 coordinating envelopes. You have until when? March 10th to sign up for this if you're interested. So I will definitely put the link if you're watching this later on YouTube.
Yep. And got an answer on the paper.
What's the paper?
While supplies last.
While supplies last. That's what I thought. I just put an order in for that, so I should be getting that because you know me, black and white. Love it. Okay, they have another one. It's the Waves of the Ocean promotion. I had to say that.
Waves of the Ocean promotion. Oh, wow.
I know. So, especially if you're a beachy person, I don't have this yet. I do have the gemstones. Let me show you these. So, I have been advertising this. Let me see if I can find the gems here in my packet. Oh, goodies. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So you've got all of those beachy colors. It's like, oh, we have Pool Party, Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay. We've got, or maybe that's Coastal. That might be, no, that's Pool Party, right? That's Pool Party. I think it can go for either. And then we've got some Night of Navy and some Balmy Blue. So these are kind of, I love this color palette. Look at the shimmer on those babies. I love it. It's a huge pack. So that's down here. We do have some blue specialty foil papers that will be along with that. And it has Coastal Cabana, Night of Navy. So see, that must have been Coastal Cabana. Yep, it even says it in here, Coastal Cabana. Oh, Pacific Point and Night of Navy. Let me look at that again. Oh, that is brighter. Wow, what a variant. Say it, Bill.
Ombre.
Just was waiting for that.
Ombre.
Really, really, really pretty paper. And I actually have an idea that has nothing to do with waves. So I'm waiting for this paper to come in because I cannot wait to show you that. But then look at the stamp set and the matching dies. And I've seen some demonstrators who have already gotten this set, this bundle, and they have used that with this specialty foil in there. So awesome. So very wonderful set. It is 10% off if you purchase them together, and that is an early release. And the gemstones, the paper, and the foil papers are only while supplies last. We do have a special going on too. It is, I had advertised it on Facebook, and I'll definitely be advertising it again. It's 20% off of the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. The Mini Boss is what he calls it. But yeah, we've got the Big Boss and the Mini Boss. Now, I do happen to know that this will probably be the one and only time that they will ever put this on sale, because they told us that at the leadership meeting. So, and then they have 12 bundles, and they brought 3 bundles back that they're in our catalog, but they don't have the 10% off bundle price. But those are 20% also, off 20% also.
Get a better deal.
Yeah, awesome. Yep. And then Piccadilly Perks. This is just if you're new to me, just a reminder that I do have a Perks program, and for loyalty. So every purchase that you make with me kind of banks up for you, and you get some stuff back. Now, before we go any farther, this is today, Wednesday the 2nd. This is today's bad dad joke. Don't trust stairs. They're always up to something. Yeah. Well, they could be down to something too, right?
Right.
So, anyway, that one's for today. And then, let's start in. Oh, one other announcement. I am, and I will be, having a parfait on Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time.
What we plan on.
Okay, so let's get going on today's project. Now, if you are placing an order with me, please use my host code listed here. I would appreciate that very much. I think Bill would too.
Yep.
So, I'm going to hand this back to you, Bill, so I can show them what we're working with. Let's start with this color palette.
A lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff, but It's all good stuff, right? So we have Pear Pizzazz, Calypso Coral, Poppy Parade, and Evening Evergreen. And if you want to know where I get my palette from, is on the back of the paper. We're going to be using this strip of DSP, the Flowering Fields. And so it lists right underneath of the back the colors that go with it. And that's usually how I get my inspiration. That's one of the things that I love a lot about Stampin' Up! Is that things coordinate. The paper coordinates, the ink coordinates, the DSP coordinates, the ribbon coordinates, da-da-da-da-da.
It all coordinates.
So on and so forth. Okay, so that's our color palette. We're going to be using the Flowering Tulips bundle.
Ooh.
Yeah,
springy.
But I'm not going to be using the dies. I will be using the stamp set. So you would, for this project, you would only need the stamp set. And of course that Flowering Fields paper. But it's very, very pretty. I like the font. I have a real thing for a little bit of kind of a script and then a typed text writing on there. So we're going to be doing card and envelope tonight. And I'm also going to be using the Scalloped Contours dies. Now, I know you guys. I know I've been using it a lot. I promise on Friday I won't use it, but it is one of my favorites. And the one that I'm going to be using, I'll just show you here, is this. I have cut in our this large scallop edge in our basic white cardstock so that you can see what it looks like. But also I like that white because it kind of almost gives me a doily feel to it. Don't you think?
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's
so
why I was trying to think of the word.
Think of the word doily.
Doily.
Okay, and I'm adding a couple of punches in on this, so let me set this
You know,
aside.
the thing you put underneath something.
Doily, the thing you put underneath something. Love it, Bill.
Love it, love it, love it.
So I have a piece of Calypso Coral. Now this is going to be our card base. It is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I have our corner rounder. Well, this actually makes really beautiful corners, but I'm going to use a corner rounder tonight. So we're going to just start off making the card base.
The quarter round?
This one, yeah.
Okay.
And you just press down. I made the mistake thinking you had to press each corner. It's actually easier if you just press down straight and not have to lean into it. If you lean into it, you get like a mark on your project, on your cardstock. So just press down. It's much easier because it just sits flat.
Yeah, I like
awesome.
that.
So that is our triple, what's the name of that thing? A triple corner. I don't know what it's called. Someone will know. Someone will know. Okay, so now this is Calypso Coral, and if you put this right on top, it fits perfectly, right? So let's just glue that on. I'm using the Tombow liquid glue. Did Nick make it, or did she fall asleep?
And she's already shared.
Did she? I thought for sure you'd fall asleep by now.
Punch.
Triple punch? Triple...
That's what it says.
A triple punch. I thought it was a triple corner punch or something. Maybe. Wow. Okay, so then just center this in here, which is pretty...
You weren't the only one having trouble using that before.
Really? Other people did too? Yeah, that's why I kind of say it on each of my videos. I don't use it that often, but when I want it, I want it. And I wanted it tonight, and I want it to be used correctly by other people because I would be so frustrated with it. I would go to punch it, and I was punching on that corner, and I'd end up with a little mark on my... And you guys know how we are. Stampers know. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to also be using the Elegant Tag Punch. Now this is from a completely different set, but I love this tag, and I'm going to use it for our sentiment tonight. So I'm just going to take the Evening Evergreen, and where's our sentiment? Right here. And because this is a photopolymer set, I'm going to pull in my pressy thing. Is that it's the Stampin' Pierce mat.
I call it the pressy thing.
The pressy thing. Okay, all right. These are like $5 and I love them. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just put Just Thinking of You. It doesn't even have to be stamped straight because I'm going to punch it out, which is one of my favorite things about punches, is I can go right in here and line it up the way I want it to be. Now, I want this to be a little bit lower on this tag because I am going to be using some ribbon up at the top of it.
Ooh.
Getting fancy, huh?
Getting all fancy up in there.
I'm going to turn this. I want you guys to see it, but I want to be able to punch it kind of straight too. So I'm going to turn this a minute. There we go. Okay. Isn't that pretty elegant?
It is.
So that was called the Elegant Tag Punch.
Well, that's what the tag says on it.
Well, that's because I put it there.
Oh, okay.
You're funny.
I am.
And you admit it.
I do.
So then I want, what do I want here? While we're stamping, let's just do it all at once. I'm going to do the envelope now. And I want a little scrap piece underneath of here. It is photopolymer, so let's just come in. I'm going to decorate this envelope. I took a lot of time today to try to determine how I wanted this to look. So I have got Poppy Parade. This is Pear Pizzazz. He knew before me. And what do we got? Calypso? Calypso. Okay, so this is our kind of a dark red. And I want to take, let me grab the stamp set so I can show you guys. So there's 3 sets of 2 on here for stamping, for 2-set stamping, okay? These 2 go together, these 2 go, well, actually this is a 3 because that's the stamen in your flower, but these 2, and these 2. And I'm going to use these 2, and then I'll use the stem and the leaf.
Well, yeah, otherwise they float.
That's right, we don't want them. So I'm going to take, I better pull that back. This is the larger of these 2, and I'm going to do the darker color in the larger. I tested this a couple of ways, and this is what I prefer. You could do the lighter and then come over with the darker, but I tested this a couple of times, and I like the darker color with on the larger image for this. So I'm just going to stamp this up really well. Or stamp it up, ink it up really well. And I'm going to come here, my envelope, and I'm just going to stamp kind of up here so that I can still get, you know, my return. And then I'm going to have this one go like this on here, okay, with that. And that was with the Poppy Parade. Probably one of my favorite. It's kind of a bright red compared to like our real red. It's got a little more, yeah, you do. And then I'm going to take the smaller stamp and I'm going to ink it up in Calypso Coral, which goes with the paper. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go right on top and just kind of fill it in. Now this doesn't fit over that and fill it in, as you will see. See the stamped one and then the unstamped. So that's okay. Kind of like when I'm telling you, if you follow me each week or even on YouTube, I always talk about leave a little white space, make it a little artsy fartsy. Well, there you go. That's why I say that. I took a play right out of Stampin' Up's designers. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in. I'm going to hand that one to you. I'm going to come back in, and this is the Pear Pizzazz. And I actually don't use Pear Pizzazz that much, so it was kind of nice to see this come. I tend to go with Granny Apple Green is my favorite, and then I tend to kind of go with like Old Olive usually. But so this is kind of nice to see this back in. For a while, I used to use this all the time. So I'm just going to turn this to the side, and I'm going to lay that down there. And I'm going to kind of crisscross it right over, maybe a little at an angle like that, okay? I hand you that, Bill. I don't know about you guys. We've had the TV on a bunch because of everything that's going on in Ukraine, and I keep catching Bill looking up at CNN to see what's going on. Stay focused, stay focused. It's been very hard for the past, what, has it been 7 days?
Something like that.
Yeah. To not, I don't want any political talk or anything, but it's just very, very devastating. So I think I'm going to do one coming out this way. Oh, I got some halo effect going on here. It's because I got the wrong block for this.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I may just do one right there.
Is it in another box?
Okay. Yeah, it's being used up. Yep, you're right.
It's in another box that's sitting around here. Yeah, okay.
Hey, hush, hush, hush. Okay, so now we got the stamping done. So we've got our stamping done. So there's not much stamping on this card. The beauty comes in the next parts. So I have taken a piece of that Flowering Fields, and there's very beautiful prints in here. And this is very, very, very pretty. With that pool party background, I think is just gorgeous. And then the white in there, I think they're just beautiful. Anyway, I took a 3-inch cut of this by the full 12. And then I'm going to pull out, I normally use the Stampin' trimmer for my scoring, but sometimes when you're doing multiple scores, you tend to like to use, I do anyway, this is the Stampin' scoring tool. How do I not know that after all these years?
I know, you use it quite a bit.
I can't think of what it's called.
Usually it hangs over here.
I know. So we're going to start by, it's cut at 3, and I want this to do this accordion fold. So we're going to start, and I like to use there's 2 ends of this. I like the smaller end. I think I get a little bit more accurate of a score. So I'm going to score it at 4. And then at 8, which is very simple.
Simple score.
Yep, very, very simple. And
well, no, that's what they're saying. Simple score.
Simply score tool, something like that.
That's what I'm just reading what they're saying.
Okay, so my flowers are facing up, and I want my project to have that. So I'm gonna fold this up on this score line. And I want to make sure that I have it straight on here. I like to come down through the center and then go out. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this. And you see how it goes off center? If you just push it up, down in the middle, and then I'll come back in.
Oh,
and
bone folder.
And yeah. Okay. So now this is our accordion. And I want to use, now this is cut, I believe, at 2.5 by 3.5. And this is going to be where we're going to write. And this is one of my favorite things. I call these my love notes when they're smaller little notes.
They all love the paper.
Oh, this paper is absolutely
This is one that
my favorite.
while supplies last?
No, this is not one
Okay.
This is actually until the annual catalog comes out, this paper will be available. Unless there's, of course, supply chain issues, which has just been happening with
Everything.
kind of everything right at the moment. So now, when this card opens, I'm going to attach it like this, and I'm going to use the green glue because because I want to be able to wiggle this around and kind of get this centered on this base. And then it will open up and be that accordion fold. It's a very simple accordion fold. I told you I advertised this as the easiest little fun fold, and it is. It's very quick and easy, and I like that about it myself. Now, when you are making this and making these, you can get out of one sheet of DSP, you can get 4 cards using it this way. And that's another reason why you guys see me use DSP a lot to cover back here, but I want to be able to get 4 of these cards. I'm going to make more of these. I think they're fun, they're quick, they're easy, and I want to be able to do that. So I didn't want to use the DSP because, as you see when you're cutting it, I've got 2 more on here. So if I were to use it, I would lose one of those, and I want the card more than I want the envelope. People keep the card more than they do the envelope. So that's why I decorated it this way instead. Yeah.
It looks pretty.
It does. It's gorgeous, actually. So now we're going to bring in some dimensionals because we need to pop this up. So I'm going to use, I probably overuse on dimensionals. It's my thing, but you're used to it by now, I'm sure. So I've got 5 just on that. I can just about hear my mother having a heart attack. And then I'm going to take 1 mini dimensional and stick it here.
Oh, on the top.
Yeah. Because I just don't want any sag on this. And this is going to take, I love that our DSP is the weight that it is. On some of our specialty can be a little bit thinner, but on just our regular DSP, I love the weight of it because it's perfect and it can handle this. So I'm going to pop this probably about dead center. I need to stand up because I think my camera, am I in camera?
I think so. It looks like it.
Okay. So let's put this in here. Is that about right?
Is that a new host code, did you say?
This is a brand new host code, yes. So
okay.
If you are wanting to place an order for any of these products, please use that host code if it's under $150. So this is this I believe goes with the set. It's Evening Evergreen, and it is called Window Pane Check Ribbon. They have, it looks like a German reading on that too, and I just don't happen to speak German.
You don't speak Deutschland?
I don't. I do know Danke.
Danke.
That's about it. My multilingual language usually is around food. You know, taco, burrito. I know those things. Streusel. There you go. Yeah. So I'm not very, now I want these to be a little longer than my normal. So I'm going to pull that. My little tails on my, normally I like them a little, but I'm going to pull these down and I want them to be just a little bit longer than I normally do. And I want this to be just a little bit. Do you guys fuss with your ribbons too?
Yep.
Oh. When do you fuss with your ribbons? When you're doing your hair?
Yeah.
For those of you who are new and may not know my husband, he's bald. Like completely. He shaves it with a Bic. So, okay, we'll put that down here. I wish I wouldn't cut that one so short. Okay, let's see. Ah, there we go. It still came out good. I do like it a little longer though. So that was the Window Pane Check Evening Evergreen. All right, put that up. I'm going to use a glue dot to adhere this on.
Ah.
Isn't this cute, you guys?
It is. It's really
so simple,
so sharp,
but so pretty. I mean, this is just really gorgeous. So I'm going to put that right there so that I see the top of that. Okay, and then I'm going to pull out. So I want, not playing with patterns. Here we go. So these are going quick for me. I've probably purchased, for myself, I've probably purchased like 20 of these butterflies between customer events and yeah, giving them to my mom and stuff. But for me, this is my second one I'm going through, and I love it. So I need something flat. This has a little bit of girth, no more. It's very light. This is going to fly on one stamp, yes. But I don't want anything that's going to catch. So I wanted to do something really very light. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I'll go out there and look.
It is, Bill, flat. That's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. So I had the other one last time over there. I think I'm going to do
thin.
Thin. Yes, thin. So I'm going to put a couple of these butterflies here. So I don't want it to catch on this. And then I'm just using the small ones. And I'll put one over here. And they say to do in 3s so that it makes kind of like a triangle. It's supposed to be more appealing to your eye. Now look at this here. Look at this. I have one here. Now this one I had it go in the other direction because each cut of the paper is a little bit different. And this one I didn't have them overlapping. It just, each one's a little different, but aren't they just gorgeous? This is so fun. You've got enough room where you can actually say something, whether it's happy birthday, hope you have a wonderful year, you know, and sign your name. But we're letting that, yeah, it's just thinking of you, or hey, miss you, we should get together sometime, whatever. So you have enough room to write something. If you wanted to, if you really had more to write, you could flip this up when you're writing and actually add a panel to the back if you wanted to. But the paper and the ribbon is doing the work for you. It's just gorgeous. We just added a little die cut, a few punches. I think it's absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Now, what I do at the end of every demonstration is I give away, if on Wednesday nights, when you come Friday day to see me at 4, I give away these cards that I've made. So,
but you gotta share.
But you have to share the video to your wall. Share the video to your wall, and your name goes into the drawing. I have...
From last week.
Last week, yeah.
Since we had the emergency.
We had the emergency, so we weren't there last week. So we're going to do a drawing tonight, too. So we have these cards that I did with the, what was the name of that set? Heart and Home? Is that it? I don't know. I've been so horrible with names. So your names, I did go back and I did get everybody's name into the little ticket container, and I have your little tickets in here for sharing last week, Wednesday. And we're going to do a drawing for those now, and then on Friday in 2 days at 4 p.m. Central Time, we'll do a drawing for these. So 2 different cards. Okay, you going to draw, Bill?
Yep. 2 names. Ooh, 2 cards. That name.
You don't? Oh, that's Glennis.
Glennis.
Glennis Hampton. So Glennis, thank you very much. If you will message me, I know I've done it before, but will you message me your home address, your mailing address, and I will get this out to you. And then
Jean Shoot.
Yeah. I think you got a little thing. Jean, you won again. And I would like to say congratulations to both of you guys. I want to thank you guys for coming each week. I really do appreciate that. If you are new to me, please click like and follow me. You can also find me on Pinterest and YouTube. Just be sure to click the YouTube button, and then when a new video pops up, you'll get a notification for that. If you want to purchase these items, again, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and would love for you to purchase them from me and be your demonstrator. Just hook the Shop Now button up at the top at Facebook, and it'll take you to my online store. And if you are watching this later on YouTube, I will put my online store in the description. You guys have a great evening, and I will see you Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time.
Have a good night.
Have a good evening. Bye-bye.